welcome back to My Happy Place. I'm Mr. Hannah, and I'm Miss Charity, and we're here to bring you a little bit of sunshine and happiness. So we've been following the story about Jesus and his path to the cross, and we're almost wrapping that story up. We left him. He was taken by the Pharisees and the leaders of the temple, and he was taken away. So we're going to find out today what happens to Jesus. But first, let's go over our memory verse, which is John 11:25, and we're going to add the second part onto that memory verse. So first time through, let's just say the first part of John 11:25, and then we'll say the second half twice, and then we'll put them together. So we're going to end up saying the verse, going through it about 4 times, okay? Just so everybody knows what's going on. Ready? John 11:25. Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. Now let's say the second part of the verse, which is, he that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. Pretty simple actions. All right, ready? He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. One more time, ready? He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. Good job. All right, now let's try to put those two parts together. So the first part that we've been memorizing, and then new part. If you're getting a little bit confused, you can try to read the verse that comes up. If not, we got a couple more days to practice. All right, ready? John 11:25. Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. Good job. We'll keep going over that.
The title for our story today is 3 Crosses on a Lonely Hill. And I believe this is one of the saddest stories in the Bible. So early in the morning, the Roman soldiers brought Jesus to the leaders of the people. Now this was after Jesus went to the Mount of Olives with his disciples, and Judas betrayed him with a kiss. And so the Roman soldiers carried Jesus away, and this is the next morning. Well, are you the Son of God? The leaders asked. I am, replied Jesus. That can't be true, the men shouted. You must die for saying that. So the leaders took Jesus to Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor. Pilate did not think Jesus was guilty of any crime. He asked the crowd what he should do with Jesus. Crucify him, they shouted. So Pilate ordered that Jesus be killed. Then Pilate washed his hands and said, Don't blame me for Jesus' death. The soldiers put a crown of thorns on Jesus' head. They played a cruel game and mocked him and spit on him. Afterwards, they made Jesus carry a heavy cross through the streets to Calvary's Hill. There, they nailed him and 2 other thieves on crosses. Jesus never did anything wrong, but they killed him with thieves, people who had done really bad things in their lives, and he was killed right along with them. Jesus looked down from his cross at the people. Father, forgive them, he prayed. They know not what they do. And that means that Jesus said, these people don't know that I am the Messiah, that I was here to save them, and they don't know what they're doing to kill me. Then he died, and his spirit went up to God. Now Joseph of Arimathea buried Jesus in a small cave cut into rock on the side of a hill. He rolled a big round rock over the mouth of the cave and buried Jesus there. Mary Magdalene and another woman named Mary watched as Joseph buried Jesus there. Then Joseph and the 2 Marys returned to their homes. It had been a very sad day, but there would be happier days to come. So yesterday we talked about how when Jesus was in the Garden of... Now yesterday we talked about when Jesus was in the Mount of Olives and he prayed. Of all the things, he was getting ready to die and he prayed. And then when Jesus was on the cross, he prayed again to his Father in heaven and said, forgive them. And so we can learn something, that whenever we're in a hard time or whatever we're doing, that we always need to take time to pray. So we're going to sing a song about prayer.
So just like Miss Charity mentioned, that we can pray anytime, anywhere. Even in the last 2 days, we've heard stories about how Jesus prayed when he was in the upper room, when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane. He was praying and his disciples were sleeping. And then today, we heard that Jesus prayed even when he was on the cross, even when people were doing terrible things to him. He didn't get upset. He was even praying that God would forgive the people that were doing such terrible things to him. We can pray anywhere, just like Charity said. So a song to help us remember that is called Whisper a Prayer. And we used to sing this when, I don't know, I must have been in first grade, I think is the first time I learned to sing it. So we've been singing it since I was really small. And it's just a good reminder that we can pray anytime. And it doesn't have to be a loud prayer. It can be a little tiny prayer, but God still hears it. Ready?
Whisper a prayer in the morning, whisper a prayer at noon, whisper a prayer in the evening to keep your heart in tune. God answers prayer in the morning, God answers prayer at noon, God answers prayer in the evening, so keep your heart in tune.
That was a little bit rough. Maybe we'll try that again tomorrow.
It's been a while since first grade.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching today. And remember, as you go along today, I know it's Saturday, it's our day off. I mean, they all kind of seem like the same day. But remember, anytime you need to talk to somebody, anytime something bad's happening, anytime something good's happening, God is there. He wants to hear from you. So whisper a prayer anytime today. So that's my challenge for you guys today. Remember to go over our memory verse, John 11:25. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye!